Okay, so I recorded a whole entire video, but for some reason I didn't check to see if my sound system was working properly, and it came out without any type of sound. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. See, right here. I created a whole video, but the sound was not working, and it was over 25 minutes. I was just talking blank. Anyway, well, I guess I'm gonna keep that one for souvenir. But okay, let's get started. There we go. This is a demo account that I usually use from Trader's Way, and let's get started from the beginning. Okay, watch. I'm just choosing a random currency just to show you guys what I do or how I usually get set up. Great. Usually people uses the bar graph and just change the colors because, well, they like it this way, but I like to use the Hakanashi chart. So I'm gonna change this back to line, come up here, I use another type of indicators, but I only use it to make my chart looks a little more prettier. Okay, so it really has no meaning. I do not use it at all. So here we go. This is the AU. So let's see. Okay, so before I get started, this is what I do. Change my charts. See this red button right here? I'll click on that to shift the chart to the left a little bit. And next thing I do is minimize until I cannot minimize anymore. And I start doing my support and resistance as 1, as 2, as 3. Well, let's just put this up here. Okay. Right here, here, and this I'm gonna do it as a red, but I will mark red as my minor resistance or minor support, but just because it's minor doesn't mean it's not gonna give good results. Okay, I'm gonna show you an example. This one, for example, right here, just because it's minor doesn't mean you don't pay attention to it. As you can see from here all the way down here, that is a lot of pips to catch. Okay, all right, so I'm just color coding those as major, minor, and stuff just to make it easier for me. And next thing I do is draw a trend line. There. And I'm done setting up my chart. It is this easy, this simple. As you can see, there's not like 5 million different indicators right here, all messy. My chart is clean. No indicators, nothing. I can see everything that I need to see without having to wait on indicators. I can work faster than indicators at this point right here, as you can see. But once I get set up, my chart looks good and everything. I check the H4 hour. the H4 chart, which coincide a little bit with my H1 chart. As you can see, this also shows going down a little bit, but on the D1 chart, that has not finished yet. But I can guarantee you it's most likely, see how he tested it right here, and it didn't even close outside that resistance. It's gonna be right here for maybe a day or two, and then it'll start probably going down up to this point. It may come back down to this point and go back up, try to retest this line. Okay, now let's go to H1. Now that I checked my overall trend on the D1 and the H4, my overall trend on the H4 is starting to be a little of the downtrend, but that does not necessarily mean it's gonna be a strong downtrend. This could be just a pullback, just like right here. Okay, all right. Now H1. This is what I usually do all my trades. This is what I enter. This is the chart that works best for me. Does it move too fast? Does it move too slow? So once I get set up, I usually give myself 5 good reasons why I should either buy or why I should either sell. That is not always the case. Sometimes you can do whatever you can. You can dig for gold. You're not gonna find those 5 reasons. But as long as you have a good, solid 2 or 3, you should be okay. But here, I'm pretty sure I can give myself 5 good reasons. But before I get to that, here, everything looks nice. Everything looks set up. I go to this website and check for the news, because before I enter any trade, I check the news. When is the news gonna drop, and what is dropping? Is it gonna potentially affect the currency that I am trading? Okay, so I check, like, let's say for example I was trading UC. I will wait until 8:30. It doesn't matter if my analysis tells me to buy, sell. It doesn't matter what it says. I could be right here and my analysis tells me to buy. I will not buy until this news drop at 8:30. Because 1, employment change for Canada. 2, the NFP for the US. Unemployment change for the US. Okay, so this right here was a very big news day. But look at the news that I'm most interested in. Click on the folder, open it, analyze some things, read some stuff, and I pay mostly attention to this right here. This bigger than that equal good for currency. And I check. There's actual right here, and this side is the forecast, and this is previous. And the forecast looks way bigger. I mean, the actual look way bigger than the forecast. So at this point, I'm already thinking, okay, so the U.S. economy is good because of the number. Because of the numbers. Like they say, numbers never lie. Okay, once I finish my analysis, I come back into my chart, and I am not, this is not USD CAD. This is not the US versus the Canadian dollar. This is the Australian Aussie versus the US dollar. Okay, the news that I just showed you was just to show you things that you look for into the news. All I did, I only checked for the red folder. This is what's important to me. But for people who don't know how to use this website, you come to forexfactory.com, come to filter, uncheck all of these, and keep only the red checked, and come to apply filter. Then that is all. The only news that you will see will be the red folders, the one that actually moved the market significantly. Okay, that's that. All of that is set up. Now I count my reasons of why I will either buy or sell. But in this case, resistance. Reason number one, the chart, the market has not been able to cross this barrier for a very long time, and plus you can, in anywhere that you see, the market has not been up here since July. And if I keep going back, yep, definitely, as you can see, it disappeared and reappeared again. So pretty much since July 14th, the market has not been up there. Keep going, and it has not crossed that line. See, this is a new support right here. The resistance is up here, but the further I keep going down, the more it disappears, and the others also disappears. But if I see, it has not crossed this line for a very long time. Very long time. It has not touched it since July 15th. It didn't touch it. And right here, I mean, it touched it, but it didn't cross it. Right here, it touched it, it crossed it, but the chart, I mean, the candlestick did not close outside of the resistance. Touched it again. So as you can see, this is a big, major resistance. Major. When I say major, I mean major. Tested once, didn't work. Came back, tried to test it, didn't reach. Came back, tried to test it again, didn't reach quite enough. Came back, tested it, went beyond it, but did not close outside of it. Came back, tested it, didn't work. And ever since here, it just went straight down, all the way down. Now imagine if you're getting to a trade right here and just let it ride all the way up here, all the way up here. But you see, most people, let me go back. Most people at this point right here, they'll be like, okay, good, it's working, it's working. But as soon as they see a white one, they start getting nervous and automatically exit the trade. But as you can see, all of these are confirmation that it's going to keep going down, consolidate a little bit. It has a doji, another doji, hanging man, doji, doji, hanging man, doji, hanging man, big shadow, doji. Like all of these, pretty much more confirmation that it's going to keep going down. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go back to this one. Okay. Reason number one, resistance. Reason number two, it crossed my trend line. It crossed it at this point right here. It crossed all the way down here. Reason number three, double top. Right here, right here. And I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with double top, so I don't need to get into much details with that. The reason three, reason four, right here, formation of the candlesticks. Most of you came from Storm's group, so I'm pretty sure you guys have seen her videos of, candlestick reversal patterns and things like that. So this right here is a hanging man. This right here is the big shadow. It completely swallowed this one now by 3-4 times the size of this one. This is considered the big shadow. This is considered a hanging man. So these two right here also give me a confirmation that the market is about to reverse. So counting again, double top, 1, resistance, 2, trend line, crosses it, 3, what was my fourth one? Sorry guys, it's completely late right now and I'm redoing a whole nother video because I promised I was gonna make one tonight. But anyway, okay. Reason 1, double tap. Reason 2, resistance. Reason 3, crosses my trend line. Okay, reason 4, got it. My candlestick formations right here. Okay, now let's say if I was to change that to regular candlestick, let me remove the Heikenhashi part. Okay, see, as you can see on the regular candlestick right here, hanging man, and this one completely swallowed this right here, and it closes outside of my trend line. It closes on this side of the line instead of up here, so which is also a good confirmation that it will most likely, the chances of it continuing going down at least another solid hour is very high. The probability of selling over here will probably be like about 80-85% because of it closed outside of here, and not because of just that, and because it swallowed the previous candle. Now because of just that, the previous candle was also a hanging man, which is usually a reversal candlestick, bearish reversal candlestick, and there's a doji and another doji. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 confirmation already alone if you're just looking at candlestick that tells you sell. And if these were not enough reasons for you, another reason will be the news here, NFP. Never mind about everything else that you see here, just this one. This right here moved the market big time. Well, these two right here. And well, I guess everything on the Friday section, because this also impacted the Canadian dollar big time. Big time. And this is for the US. And here we go. So those are my reasons. I give myself usually 5 reasons before I get into any trade. Why will I buy it? Why will I sell it? I set up my chart and I go from there. And this is my chart, completely clean. I see some people charts, it gives me a headache. They got so many, like 50 different type of indicators. It's like, why do you need all that? If you're gonna use indicators, use 1, at most 2, because, well, indicators usually conflict with each other. Anyway, and also, this is not a get rich quick type thing. I can guarantee you that's your mindset. You will never be rich off of this business, off of this, $5 trillion market. You'll never get your share. If your mentality coming into it is, oh, I'm gonna be rich real quick, no. It's gonna take discipline, time, patience, extreme patience. I mean, if you don't have patience, this thing will teach you how to be patient. You have to learn to be patient, because you see, most people mistake that they do. Let me go back to what I like. Most people mistakes at this point right here, they'll be like, okay, well, it reached the resistance over here, but it didn't cross it, and it tested again, it didn't. You're most likely not gonna cross it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sell. If they do that and they actually coincide with what they said they're gonna sell, that is pure luck. Because at this point right here, the market can go in any direction. It can keep going. NFP could come out really bad and it will just continue rising. You will just continue going up and rising, and you will blow your account. So when you come to this point right here, learn to be patient. Even right here, learn to be patient. It's only going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. This probably was at night. This happened like maybe around midnight. All of this. Go to sleep, wake up in the morning and try it again, because I think they started at 8 in the morning, 8:30 to be exact. You know, so do not jump into trades. Always be patient. Let me see if I can find a good example right here to show you guys why patience is important. Right here. You see right here, you could set up your major support. Reason why support is one major. Okay, and right here, see all of these. This is why it's also a major support, because it's been tested like 1, 2, 3, 4 times. One, not just 4 times. If you count all of the little things in it. But here, most people will come to this point right here. Watch it go down, go down, go down, go down, all the way up here next to the support, and be like, okay, it's gonna most likely go up. It's gonna most likely keep going up. I mean, like right here, see, it went up. So they're gonna base their, analysis based on right here or right here. This is in the past. Now over here, it's a whole new ball game. You see this white one, you get excited. Come on. You get excited, you be like, oh yes, it's gonna go up. Or right at this point right here, start going up just a little bit, you get excited, you say, oh, it's gonna go up. My God, I'm about to make some money. But a little do you know, look at that. T is due for 2 hours, and next thing you know, your account is gone. Not to say your prediction was wrong, because it did go up for a big gain for somebody who was patient. It went up. Look at all that. All that could have been money, but you weren't patient. At this point right here, you decided you were going to jump in and start buying. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For 7 long hours, the market was selling. It kept going down. What would happen at this point? I mean, you have your confirmation right here, the doji, the hanging man, and things like that, but you always have to remember, one confirmation is always not enough. Give yourself reasons, more than one confirmation. If you can get 2, 3, 4 solid confirmation, go ahead and look for those. Do not just find one, be like, oh, a doji or the hanging man is gonna go up. No, it's not gonna happen. Like here, for example, look at that. At this point right here, everybody would have thought it would keep going, but what happened? Kept going down. So learn to be patient. Learn to be patient. Give yourself 5 reasons. If you can't find 5 reasons, find 5 reasons, 5 solid reasons. If you cannot find those, ask somebody to look at your chart for you and see if they can find any other reasons. And never, don't forget the news either. And remain patient. And this video will most likely be short compared to the other one, because I went straight to the point. I'm tired. It's 2:18 in the morning. Gotta be up at 4 or 5 in the morning. But anyway, here we go. But yeah, it's not the best video. It's my first one actually. So if you guys have any comments, constructive criticism, let me know. This video will be available for the next 24 hours. Well, not 24 hours. I'm gonna leave it up for the weekends if I can upload it. So I suggest everybody to watch it, especially if you emailed me before or messaged me. Watch it, see if you can learn anything from it. If not, let me know. But I'm gonna call it a night. Good night.